And down goes Malloy's bike with a smashed windscreen. But away to a superb start goes number 6, Kel Carruthers. 45, Rosner, who did so well in the 125 event, and behind him, the hot favourite, Agostini. In the 350 race, of course, a very much bigger entry than in the 125cc event, which preceded it. And down to Leathamstown, 1.5 miles. It's Rosner well up in front, and just look at this fantastic traffic jam at the left and the right at Leathamstown. It's worse than going to work. And well up amongst them, Derek Woodman, Kel Carruthers, Agostini there, Brian Steenson, the Queen's University engineering student, and John Hartle. And now on to Budor, 4 miles out, and Heinz Rosner on the MZ is still in the lead from Carruthers. Agostini chasing them very hard. And down to the hairpin on the first of the 15 laps, it's Rosner, lapping at 93.7. Right behind him, Kel Carruthers on the Air Mackie, and there's Agostini. And Agostini, believe me, is taking it very easily indeed. Look at him, looking back at the scenery, taking it very, very easily. But now, into lap 4, and Agostini is leading. Up has gone the average to 97 miles an hour. 10 seconds lead and a lap record by Agostini at 106.4 miles an hour. Behind him, Rosner, Stasny, Carruthers, and on to Leathamstown, the impeccable and imperturbable Giacomo Agostini. Next man, second on the roads, number 45, Heinz Rosner in second place. And now, Stasny on the new Jawa 4, and Kel Carruthers there, number 6. Budor is 4 miles out. Agostini is extending his lead all the time on the MV. Just look at the great gap on the road behind him as we wait for Rosner on the MZ twin two-stroke to appear in second place, and here he comes. And behind him, Stasny on the Jawa, and Carruthers. Kel Carruthers is about 10 seconds behind Stasny, who's riding a fine race. There's Carruthers going through, and at the hairpin, it's Agostini in a class of his own. World champion, he's won every 350cc World Championship event this season. And now the race is really hot, and more ways than one. Look at that, duck it down at the hairpin, and petrol slopping out of his tank all over the road. A real danger for following riders unless the marshals act really quickly and get some sand down on it. And a real attraction for the crowd. Look at them pouring up to the hedges to see Duckett, who's perfectly all right. His machine's off the course. Down goes the sand. And now on to lap 10, 2/3 distance. At the pits, number 62, Franta Stasny from Czechoslovakia, is in plug trouble with his 4-cylinder Jawa. But now the plug has been replaced, and away goes Stasny to rejoin the race in 6th position. Stasny gets away, his bike smoking badly, but it clears as he accelerates, and at Leathamstown it's Agostini, now 2.5 minutes in the lead, averaging 102.3, which is not a race record. And there a bunch of tailenders, all of whom have been lapped, but not this man, Kel Carruthers, in second place on the Air Mackie. A fine ride, he rode beautifully in the 125, he's riding just as well in the 350. And please, I've broken my bike, and I wondered if I could just leave it here. Meanwhile, back at Budor, it's number 6, Kel Carruthers, bombing on in second place. 37 there, Lawton has been lapped, and now a group of riders go roaring through, and look for number 55, Brian Steenson, because he's right up in 4th position. And here's Agostini at the hairpin. 6 miles out, lapping tailenders, and what Agostini needs in this race is the Mike Hailwood spur, because he's still taking things by his standards very easily indeed. Lap 13, and into Leathamstown goes Kel Carruthers, round the right-hander there. As we look back, it's Budor, back to Kel Carruthers in second place, and there goes Dan Shorey through, and here we come towards us. It's number 6, Agostini in the lead, chased by Kel Carruthers, and there is, on the very last lap, Kel Carruthers going round the right-hander at the hairpin. And there's Steenson, he's in 3rd position. A magnificent ride on one of his first World Championship events, and a man really to watch for the future. Leathamstown again, and Agostini goes through, averaging 102.7. Kel Carruthers in second place, another 6 points for his World Championship. And now to Budor for the very last time. 4 tailenders, Carr, Scully, and number 55 at the back there is Stevenson, who's about to gobble them up and lap them as Agostini goes into the hairpin to win another 350cc event and his second 350 Ulster Grand Prix with a really great record lap at 102.6.